Oh, Tackle Tuesday. Maybe not, but it is Tuesday. Here where I live, it's gray and cloudy. It's cold. The ice is finally off the water. That's a good thing. I can go out there and do a little fishing. Um, I'm not like real far up north where it's like just ice all year. It just happens when it gets really cold. Up here in Indiana, Indianapolis. Um, but you know, one of my favorite things to do is throw a jig. Yeah, throw a jig. That's one of my favorite things to do. This right here is the Googan Squad. It's a gridiron jig. What I like about it is the head here has a flat surface, and a flat surface. So what I like about it is when it's coming through and it hits something, it's not rolling over. It's stopping up against that piece of wood. It's let's say it's coming, hit it, boom. It's not. It's just it's stay. I like that about this jig. Uh, I got a little. What is this? Some type of. It's supposed to have a bead in there, make a noise. Maybe I don't know. It's a rattling chunk or it's a 3-inch little crawl bait. It's got black and blue on this side and a silver, and it's a Googan Squad plastic. I cut the, of course, I cut the skirt down to about the length of the hook. It's a bluegill color. Got a little cool color pattern on it. It's a 3/4 ounce. I like to throw a 3/4 ounce jig because it stays on the bottom better for me. I got more control over it when I'm pulling it, dragging it slow. Whatever time of the year, I'll throw winter, spring, fall, summer, but can drag it real slow, and it gets down and it stays down. Uh, and I can feel it. Lighter jigs, sometimes it's hard to feel, you know, and they move a little faster. I feel like a lighter jig, if you just like the slightest movement, so because they're so light. These, I feel like it stays down better, and it it doesn't move as fast. That's how I think. That's what I think. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's when I'm fishing and I'm feeling, and just my overall experience, the time I put in on the water. Uh, that's what I've noticed. Yeah, I like the jig, man. You can feel everything down there. This plastic, man, I've had this thing on for months. The other side blew out, so I flipped it on the other side, the bottom side with the silver. It's a natural color is what they call it, but um, yeah, I flipped it around. It's still going strong for me. This my number one favorite jig. It's the bottom. It's pretty beat up. As you can see, the paint's chipping off, but that's all right, man. I really like it. The color, it's an awesome jig. I got some other colors in it. I got this cool cowboy color, uh, you know, 3/4 ounce. I got I didn't cut the nothing on here. I just left it. I put a bandito bug on there, like a watermelon color or something. Got like an orange bottom. I don't know how well you can see it. I don't know the name of it. Don't care, but bought some Googan stuff. They had a man, the Googans, man. They Black Friday used to be awesome. They would have like cracking crawls and bandito bugs. They'd have all their baits for like $1.50, $2. This last Black Friday though, they didn't have those sales. It was like 50 cents off. And I was very disappointed because I had waited all year. Because I'm not buying a lot of tackle throughout the year. I buy a lot of Black Friday or holiday deals around Christmas, whatever. Sometimes in the spring they'll have some deals, but I buy a lot of my stuff then in big bulks for cheap, and I just go the summertime with it. So I don't really pay full price, but uh, this just a different look other than the big cracking crawls. I like Guggen baits. and they tear easy. The Bandito bug, I don't have no confidence in. It's thin, it tears easy. I don't really, I got a few of them. I bought them for cheap, like I said, but the crack and crawl is what I really like from them. Yeah, this cowboy color is a cool color. I like it. I've caught some fish on uh, the finesse jig of this that I get into another time, but yeah, it's got some red flakes in it. It's pretty cool. Um, uh, Let me see here. I got a black and blue one. I cut that down to the hook. I got a crack and crawl on there, Okeechobee color with the blue. Uh, it sits. You can't see it on the table, but it sits. The way it sits, it's got it jacked up. Can I get it? It's got the crawl jacked up. You can just imagine the water, the crawl's floating up. But that's how I got the crawl on that hook. I got that crawl on that hook in a way. Get my phone set back up here. I got the crawl on the hook in a way. If you can see it, here go the hook. It comes all the way up here. A lot of people will have the bait more down here on the straight part of the hook, not where it bends. I got this one up the whole part of the thing is bent over, and I like to do that because when it's sitting on the bottom, it sits more straight up instead of sitting, like this way. But if you feel what I'm saying, it sits more straight upish. Uh, the black and blue one. I got a green pumpkin one. Got a Okeechobee crawl. The bluegill is my favorite. It just, got some colors, more natural looking, I guess. The black and blue is another one I like, and the cowboy crawl. I'll throw them all, don't get me wrong, but that one has done me real well. Let's see. I thought I know I do somewhere in here. Yeah, I got a half ounce one. I don't throw the half ounce too much. Uh, if I go smaller, I like a 3/8. Uh, Half ounce is cool. I got some half ounce and 3" jigs, but mainly a 3/4. But I don't throw the half ounce too much. But that's a half ounce one. Okeechobee crawl color is what I guess that's what they call it. Who knows? Um, yeah, man, I like to just drag it. It's a good jig to drag. I throw it in the brush piles, and I just keep my line slack, and I'm always popping it on slack line. Never tight, because when it's tight, you go to pop it, it's going to go straight into some wood or something on that tightness. There's so much tension. But on that slack, boom, you hit it on that slack line, and it hits it, and it won't so much tension to where, it's just, say this the wood and this the jig, and you got that slack line, and you're just kind of, it boom, bounce off and come over. That's what I feel like it does. At least from my experience of when I'm out fishing, man. And yeah, that's what I like to do. That's how I like to fish them. From my experience. Let's see. Yeah, I got a bunch of other stuff I'll get into a video at another time, but that 3/4 ounce jig, man, I love throwing a 3/4 ounce jig. It's just my comfort zone. I like 3/4 ounce baits and a lot of things. It just stuff stays down better for me on the bottom. I feel like I can control it better. Stays at the bottom better. That's what I do like that. What am I throwing this jig on? A 7/6 really rod. Just a 7/6 rod. Just a 7/6 rod. This one is a 7/6. Just it's a flipping rod, flipping stick, 7/6. I got 20-pound line on here. Now I got mono on here. I know, I don't know, they people probably fluoro. I'm a bank fisherman. I don't have a boat, so I'm never, in deep enough water to where I needed to stay down for a long, you know what I mean? Like I'm on the bank, so the bank, if this is the bank, I'm fishing uphill. Because I'm fishing probably 12 foot at the most in some of the places I'm at. Bank fishing, so it's coming uphill to me. So, in a 3/4 ounce jig, I mean, the mono is going to keep it. It's going to be down there because of the weight. But yeah, it's actually this is the Zebco line. Okay, this is the Zebco line. When I say Zebco line, I'm talking about, at Walmart you see on the bottom of the shelf like $2. It used to be yellow, blue, and red. Now it's like white, black, and red package. But yeah, it's 20 pound that, and had this same line on here. I think 2 seasons in a row. I got a Crowd K on there, my favorite reel. Just quality. Of course, they don't make it no more or sell it, but I got the new one too, the Crowd M. I just bought it this last holiday season sales, Black Friday or something. I don't know, but yeah, I like it. But I mean, really, just a 7/6 heavy rod is what you would need for something that has a big hook like this. The hooks in these are big. I think they're like a 6 or 5 out. I want to say 6. This is a flipping, and it's got a big 6 out hook. I mean, they're big wires. But yeah, never have I had this line fell on me. I mean, it's never broken, snapped, anything like that. It's been, for $2. I mean, you might call me crazy, but now I got 8 pound lined of it, and I had it on my spinning gear, and I've had no problems with it. But each his own. Each his own. I know people, they'll. I do a lot of. I'm not big on like trends. But what the people, oh, this what's cool, this what's that. I keep it simple, man. I got other line back there. My favorite line is actually the Berkeley Big Game. You can get it at Walmart. It comes in little spools. Get it pretty cheap. I actually bought some Berkeley Big Game fluoro from Walmart, 20 and 17. I was gonna give it a try, just to see, if I liked it or not. I mean, I just always fish mono and braid. The Berkeley Big Game braid you can get in a spool. Just what I've always fished. It's what's comfortable for me. I mean, because like I said, I'm a bank angler. If I was on a boat and fishing in like 20 foot of 20 foot deep water consistently, and I'm out there and that's all I'm surrounded by, yeah, I probably would throw out there and want that line to sink down and stay in that range. But even if I'm fishing a moving bait and it's coming uphill towards me, or it's flat and it's not that deep, the mono does just fine. Yeah, man, I fish it. This is not actually it's a flipping jig, but I fish it, man. I get up in there and like I said, slack line, just pop it and pop it through the brush. Yeah, big rod to haul them out. 200 size reel, some power, hold enough line. But yeah, I really do. This jig right here, short skirt, flares out more. I could drag it, stay down. It's a 3-inch bait, so it's more compact. It's not real big and bulky like this one. I cut it, flares out, but I got the big crack and crawl on there. This one I did not cut the skirt. Got the bandito bug on there, something a little bit more sleek. This a 1/2 ounce, didn't cut it. Got the crack and crawl on there, and but this one is my favorite. The colors are just, you could really put it with anything, any trailer on there, and it will look good. Uh, it's a bluegill color, green, white, orange, some blue flakes up here. Just I love it, man. Drag it. Uh, Goes through grass pretty well. It's my favorite. Probably my favorite jig. No, it's not my favorite jig. I'm lying to you. There's another jig that I will get to that is my favorite in another video, and that is the War Eagle Jiu-Jitsu Jig. That is a good jig. Um, but uh, you know, as far as the Googans on this, man, they did pretty well. I think they did pretty good on this. Got some of their other stuff, man. It's not as good, but every company has some good and some not good stuff. Um, for what they got, it's not that bad. I enjoy it. Um, yeah, 7.6 rod, big rod. This right here is it's a Dobbins rod, Dobbins Fury 6.7. It's a flipping stick. The other rod I like to fishing on is my other. I didn't bring it up here. Uh, I didn't bring it up here. It's a 7.6 Proficiency heavy. I got it at Walmart, and I liked it, man. It's that rod is up to 2 pounds. 2 pounds on a weight. The proficiency is up to an ounce, but so it's a little bit more powerful. That Dobbins Fury, a lot more powerful backbone, but the proficiency's good too. I've caught them on the jig and got them, just work just fine. Um, that's how I like to fish, man. 3/4 ounce stuff. When it comes to, a lot of things like a spinner bait, 3/4 ounce, big spinner bait. I like to fish the California swim jig. I got the 1/2 ounce one. As a matter of fact, it's right here. Got a 1/2 ounce one right here. I love this swim bait, California swim jig. But yeah, 3/4, man. I like to fish it. It just stays down for me. You feel the bottom better, I feel like. But that's what I'm comfortable with. Now, other people might, they might have their own what they're comfortable with. But I fish 3/8, 1/2 ounce. I got some. I got some stuff. 3/8. This is dirty jigs. Um, I got 1/2 ounce pitch and flipping jigs. You know, tactical bassin. I seen them do it, so I bought a couple of them. But uh, you know, but I like the jig, man. The head shape. I like how it's flat on the bottom. Then it comes to a point right here, but the sides are flat too. Here, you can see it here, flat here comes up. Then here it comes down. It's a little rounded, but it's flat. Uh, unlike, for instance, the dirty jigs I just talked about. You see here, the head is it's just round. And the reason I don't like it is because, like, when I throw brush pile or something, it just, it just, and boom, I got stuck. And I was hot because I had the spring crawl color, kind of like this, brown, black, and red. And I love the jig. I had some type of watermelon creature on there or something, and threw it in that brush pile, man. Got hooked up immediately on slack line. I said, "Oh man, that ain't good." But so I got a few. I'm not like big impressed by them. Like I said, Tactical Bassin. They kind of recommended them. They videos and stuff. I like to watch them. But so I watched them. But that's what I love about. That's what I like about these jigs. The 3/4 ounce. Like I said, I have a 1/2 ounce one. I had a 3/8 one, but I lost it. Um, How'd I lose it? I don't even remember. But yeah, I don't really throw the 1/2 ounce in this too much. You know, a lot of times I'm throwing, like I said, the War Eagle jig. Man, I'm gonna do a video on that one because it is a really nice jig, especially in cold weather. That skirt will flare up. But yeah, you know, love to get out there and drag a jig. And it's almost that time. The ice went away. I will go out there and fish in the cold. Um, no problem with it. I'm looking forward to getting out there. I wanted to get out there today, but uh, my wife had to run some errands, and I'm at the house just kind of hanging out. But yeah, you know, the Googan Squad Juicee Jig in a 3/4 is a good jig. I like the head design. Like I said, a 7.6 rod. Can't go wrong. You know, you know, what jig do you like? Leave it in the comments section. You know, uh, I know the Googans get a lot of love and hate, but I don't care. Uh, you know, but you know, what do you like? Leave it in the comments.